Hey, it's Fun Fact Friday, and today we're talking about Hazel Scott.
Hello there. I'm Hazel Scott.
Hazel was born June 11th, 1920 in the port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. But did you know she came from a family of musicians? Her grandfather Samuel was considered an amateur violinist, while her mother Alma was a classically trained pianist and bandleader. At one point, when she was in Chick Webb's band at the Savoy Club, she was the only female band member. But she wanted more control over her situation, so she went out and created her own all-female band and literally named them, I kid you not, the Creolians. I'll never steer you wrong, says it right there. For context, all my findings are coming from Hazel Scott's memoir by Karen Chilton. Now back to the story. Hazel, her mom, and grandma migrated from Trinidad and Tobago all the way to Harlem, New York when Hazel was only 3 years old. Even though she was becoming a child prodigy at her local elementary school, she still experienced loneliness and even bullying that Hazel herself describes in chapter 3 of her memoir. But the joke's on them, cause her mama enrolled her in Juilliard. She wasn't playing it. When Alma saw how fast Hazel was progressing, she decided that Hazel needed a much more advanced program to accommodate her needs. At 8 years old, Hazel Scott earned her admission to Juilliard by improvising Rachmaninoff. And the only reason she had to do that is because her hands weren't large enough to reach the keys. And there's some grown folks who are in their 20s that can't even play chopsticks, but I digress. Okay, so boom, we fast forward 8 years to the point where Hazel Scott meets the woman who helped change her career, her confidant, her best friend, and mentor. That is the icon herself, Billie Holiday. Now, how does she know Hazel Scott? I was getting to that. Calm down. They both met while singing and performing at Cafe Society, New York's first ever integrated nightclub. As Billie had first dibs and she saw Hazel, she was like, hey girl, I see you out here working, but nobody really giving you a shine. So I'm about to fall back, do my little retirement, 1, 2, boom, boom, you get the spotlight. And it was this act of selflessness that helped position Hazel Scott to receive the notoriety to become the queen of Cafe Society. But the problem was, as soon as Hazel got the gig, whoever the main artist would be would keep complaining that Hazel was playing all the music that they were going to sing, making Hazel change her set list to the point that she got so mad, she was like, you know what, I'm going to put my classical music and my jazz music together and boom, make a fusion. And I bet nobody going to sing that. And this was the creation of her own individual boogie-woogie style that eventually got the notoriety of Hollywood producers, thus launching her acting career thanks to Billie Holiday.
How's the piano, Hazel?
I guess it'll hold up.
Before the video cuts me off, she got married to Adam Clayton Powell Jr. They have a son named Adam Clayton Powell III. Even though it cost her career, she still remained a fierce advocate for black women's and civil rights. She spoke fluent French, Chinese, and Spanish.
Ce n'est pas moi qui mérite vos applaudissements.
She even released a disco album called Always. This is Fun Fact Friday with Hazel Scott.